Alright, this is a Uberti model 1873 Cattleman 45 long Colt. Single action Army Colt reproduction. And one thing you might notice about these pistols, they have a weak spring in them, and this can happen. Guys, this is not good. What that means is the cylinder stop bolt that's supposed to come up underneath and engage that little groove right there isn't working. And typically it's because there's a broke spring. Evidently this is pretty common with these guns, so I'm going to show you how to fix that. If you don't have one, you're going to need to get yourself a gunsmithing screwdriver set with hollow ground bits in it. This will help you not booger up those screw heads. If you can't get the right tool for the job, take the gun to somebody else and let them work on it. No excuse for tearing the gun up. Get a good screwdriver set. I'll put a link to this one in the description below. It's a great little set. You need this tool. Alright, before you start, obviously, open up your loading gate. Put the gun on half cock if you have a half cock. My spring's broke, so ensure the gun's empty. It's empty. Now you can get started. Alright, step one. Flip the gun over and remove this little screw right here. Next thing you need to do is remove these two screws on the back of the frame. This will take your grip panels off. Okay, those screws on, the grip comes right off. There's your trigger spring. We're going to go ahead and replace that too while we're here. Go ahead and loosen your hammer spring so we can get that out of the way. Just loosen that up and spin that out of the way. Underneath, you got these three screws here you got to take off next. That gets you access to that spring. Alright, this is what this spring looks like. This part presses on the trigger, it's your trigger return spring, and this side of the spring presses up on the bolt to act as your cylinder stop. And that's what's broken. Alright, so thanks to Midway, we've got ourselves some new springs. I've got a new style of this trigger and bolt spring and a new hammer spring to install that'll reduce the hammer force a little bit. Just for a quick comparison, there's the new spring, there's the old spring. So this is spring steel, supposed to be a lot higher quality Wolf spring. Alright, so this is the screw that held that spring in place. So we got to remove that. The spring in there. And reinstall that screw. Yeah, you hear that click? That's the sound of success. Already working. Now, let's go ahead and replace the hammer spring to lighten that up a little bit. Just take this screw out, old spring out, new spring in. Very simple. Go ahead and leave it loose for now until you get things put back together. There we go. Now get that hammer spring back where it belongs. And there's a little notch that rides right under the center of that hammer. Kind of hard to see on camera. I don't know if that'll show up or not. But you got to line that up. And then tighten that screw back up. Now just put the grip back on. And one more screw in the bottom. Make sure those top ones are snug. And with that, we should have a working pistol again. Cylinder locks up good. Half cock works. Full cock. Everything's fine. And the hammer is definitely easier to cock. Not that it's incredibly difficult anyway, but that's smooth. Nice set of Wolf springs. Brought that gun right back to life in just a matter of a few minutes. So there you go. Inexpensive gunsmith and screwdriver kit. Nice set of Wolf springs from Midway. And you can have that gun right back in good shooting condition in a matter of minutes yourself. It's very easy to do. There's links to everything in the description below. And if you've got one of these pistols, do yourself a favor. Go ahead and order yourself a replacement spring kit. From what I'm hearing, you're going to need it. And it'll really make the gun a lot smoother. Until next time, hit that subscribe button. Give me that thumbs up like button. Check out some other videos while you're here. We'll see you next time.